Hey guys, so as you may or may not know, today is the beginning of Mental Health Awareness Week, and I wanted to make a somewhat serious video because it means quite a lot to me. It's something that I care about, it's something that affects me and many of the people in my life. This year's focus is on anxiety, which is actually one of the biggest mental health issues that there is. It affects everyone to certain degrees at some point in their lives. It can affect a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. And anxiety is not my main issue personally, but I do have it. It does cause me problems. I wouldn't describe mine as severe, but it does affect my life, and I have had to learn to deal with it. And there are some people close to me who have it even worse than I do. And it means a lot to me to get awareness out there of not just anxiety, but that is the theme of this year, that's what I'm going to be focusing on, but of mental health in general. People don't talk about it. Like, it's so common. Almost everyone in the world has some degree of one of them, but they either won't admit it, they won't talk about it, they won't deal with it, or, you know, in some cases it is minor enough that it doesn't affect them. But everyone does have some kind of issue at some point in their life. Obviously for some people it actually affects their life. For me, not talking about it was the biggest issue. I generally didn't talk about anything that was personal. And that's just my personality, that was throughout my entire life. I didn't talk about things, which was fine. For a long time I got through everything, and even though I wasn't particularly happy, I got everything that I needed to be done. I got it done on time, and it was manageable, though I wasn't really managing it well. But it got to a point where I couldn't just push through it anymore. It literally halted my life, and that's when I had to admit to myself that I wasn't dealing with it, and I did need help. I did need to talk to someone about it, and I did need to change something. Now I understand that it's very difficult to talk about. I don't really understand why. Maybe because it is a very personal thing, and obviously you're very vulnerable. But talking about it is probably the most helpful thing you can do. And even if you don't struggle with it, being aware of it, you might have a friend who has anxiety if they want to go out with you but they're really worried about it, and knowing that they're dealing with that and being able to help them and be supportive of that and not push them into things that they're not okay with. Even if you're not personally affected by it, it is definitely important to be aware of it. And for mental health in general, I think it's a huge issue for the stigma around it. I really think we need to be talking about it, admitting it more. On the website, it has got a big long list of things that you can be doing to help for this week in raising awareness, things that you can do if you're struggling yourself. Most of them are very active things for you to do, like organising events and things, which is great, that will help. But for a more personal thing, if you struggle with anxiety, then I would say, apart from talking to someone about it, whether that's professional help or just your parents or your friends or whatever, tell someone how you're feeling. Apart from that, it's getting to know yourself and learning what in particular makes you anxious and what causes you to be uncomfortable, and how you can ease that as much as possible, how you can make yourself as comfortable as possible without pushing yourself too hard. Simple stuff like going out with your friends, being asked to go to an event or something, having some kind of responsibility put on you. A very common one is being late for stuff. For me in particular, going out is very hard, even if it's with people I know and somewhere I've been before. But there are certain things you can do to lessen it to a certain extent. give yourself extra time, make sure that you're early if that is an issue for you, make sure that you know who is going to be there, make sure you know the place that you're going and what the plan is. If you're going somewhere you haven't been before, do a bit of research, find out what exactly to expect. And obviously you can't anticipate everything that's going to happen, but you can make it easier for yourself. If it's not so severe and you feel able to push yourself a little bit and get out there, even though you are anxious about it, then that is a really helpful thing to do. Obviously, some people have it so bad that it is difficult to leave the house for any reason, and if that is your problem, I definitely suggest getting professional help. There are medications if you're not into medication. I personally am not. Then talking to a therapist is very helpful. But no matter what kind of mental health you struggle with, whether it is anxiety or anything else, whether you don't struggle with it and you just want to be a part of getting more awareness out there, because there is a big stigma on it and there shouldn't be. We should be getting people help when they need it. We should be more understanding and empathetic. So you can just do your part by talking about it, letting people know what's going on. If you have people in your life that you're comfortable talking about it with, then you should. And if you know someone who is having problems and is not talking about it, maybe try and initiate that conversation in a gentle way. Try and get them talking about it if you want to help them. So that is it for this video. I'm going to put the link to the Mental Health Awareness website down below so you can go and have a look. There's a lot of events and stuff going on and they're all there, and there's the booklet with tips and everything, so you can go check that out if you're interested. And otherwise, just get talking about it. Don't be scared to let people know.